not only Kirsten Gillibrand, but also CNN reporters have experienced harassment from male politicians. So in the video you're about to see, CNN's Dana Bash talks about her experience earlier in her career.
Are you surprised by those comments on the Hill, first of all, by these guys?
Not in the least. First of all, because in all honesty, I've talked to her privately about this, and I've talked to other members of Congress, female members of Congress, about this. She mentions very clearly that they are lawmakers who are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and it is very much generational. I can't even think of one lawmaker in either party, in either chamber, who would do this, who's maybe 50 years old or younger. It may be also regional, but it is also generational. And you know what? I mean, I haven't had comments like that, but after I had my son 3 years ago, I got some comments that would just maybe blow you away from male senators, maybe not realizing that they were saying inappropriate things, but talking about, you know, getting my figure back and things like that.
Wow, and you're like, thanks, personal,
thanks.
step away.
Wow. But you can't even say that because then you probably lose your access as a reporter.
She's weak because she's not naming the names of
Exactly.
the people who said that to her.
Probably be fired.
Oh, she is weak.
Yeah. Those beasts.
I can't wait for... So I want to ask, so if I ever had an interview with Mika, I would ask her, I would say, so now, Mika, have you ever been sexually harassed? Has ever a guy ever done, no one's in your whole life, never one's ever pinched you or said anything about you or anything like that in a work situation? And she would say, oh yeah, of course. Could you name those names, please?
Can I just say something about Mika Brzezinski? She went through a serious eating disorder, had really, really serious body image issues, right? If someone had approached her and said something like that to her, I mean, how would she feel? You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm asking her that question is because of the way she reacted to Gillibrand coming forward and saying that this happened to her. Instead of focusing on whether or not she names names, why don't you focus on the message that she's sending and the issues that she's dealing with as a senator, as a female senator? That's much more important than who that specific individual is. It's important for you to allow the person who feels like they're a victim of any type of harassment to come forward and name names when they're comfortable to do so. She obviously assessed the situation and realized, you know what, it's not worth it, but I still want to raise awareness about this issue. But instead of focusing on the issue, we're focusing on character assassination, figuring out whether or not she's telling the truth. It's stupid.
Just because we've shown members in the media who are criticizing her for coming out, I don't want you to get the impression that nobody supports her in the media. There are obviously some who do, and one of them is Andrea Mitchell from MSNBC, who said the Senate is the oldest white male club in the world. They're probably older. We all had our stories of whom you'd not get in an elevator with and whom you'd protect your young female interns from. And yeah, like, nobody should be surprised by that. I mean, think about how generally or typically men react to having some power. And these are the most powerful men in the country, many of which are also rich. They've been in power for decades in many cases. They're hitting on everything that walks by, female and in many cases male as well.
Yeah, you're 100% right.